Hello, welcome to the daily stock market analysis. And of course, in this daily stock market analysis, we look at the analysis of the Nigerian Stock Exchange from Monday to Friday. All right, and of course, what we do here is to look at the top traders, the top gainers, and of course, the losers alike, and then we analyze everything together to look through some of the factors responsible for the reason why the performance of the stock market happened that way in that particular week. So the last time I updated the video on this daily stock market analysis was between 3rd to 7th of June 2024. All right, and of course I know this update is quite coming late because I've been quite busy with my students and many other things that I had to do, but because I just want us to ensure that we cover up all we needed to do, I had to go back to start looking at the other days that we've not covered so that we can quickly meet up with the new month. Of course, as you can see, this video was published in July actually. All right, so in this video we are going to be looking at the stock market analysis from 10th of June 2024, from 10th of June 2024 to 14th of June. So 10th of June here is actually Monday. So let's look at it right here. So this is Monday, 10th June 2024. So let's start off our analysis with that right here. Okay, so as you can see, Monday, 10th June 2024. So we'll scroll down to look at the market. So we have the top traders right here. All right, if you are new to this channel, you're welcome. My name is Lucky Johnson. I'm an accountant, a wealth creation coach, and of course an investor, especially in the Nigerian stock exchange market. All right, so what we do in this particular analysis is to look at top traders, gainers, and then losers. Of course, there are a lot of videos I have done with respect to this market analysis, so you can look in the description of this video. I'm going to drop the links to many of the other videos I have uploaded before now, so you can take a look at them. All right, and of course, if you want to get weekly updates, daily updates when I upload videos like this, do well to click the subscribe button and then turn on the notification bell so that each time I upload a video like this, you'll be the first person to get notified by YouTube, and then you can watch it, increase your knowledge as far as investing in the Nigerian stock exchange market is concerned, so that you can make more profits. All right, so if that is clear right now, if you have subscribed, then we can go on. If you are yet to subscribe, I'll have to wait for you. So click the subscribe button right now and then let's get going. Okay, so right now we have the top traders on 10th of June 2024, which is Monday. Top traders. On top of the list, we have Fidelity Bank with 6 billion naira. Again, let me clarify this. When dealing with top traders, our focus is the total amount of money that was invested by shareholders. That's what makes them top traders. They are not top traders because they had the highest gain. No, that's for gainers. For gainers, it is the highest gain we are looking at. This change in percentage for just that particular day. Okay, and then for losers, we are also looking at change in percentage, but this time around a decline. All right, which is the loss. But in the case of top traders, we are looking at the value. All right, the total money. Being top trader does not necessarily mean that that company is the shareholders are making money, the shareholders are gaining. All right, but it can be a signal that the shareholders are eventually going to gain within the next couple of weeks or the next couple of months. All right, so let's go on. Fidelity top the list of top traders with 6 billion naira. And then Access Holdings, of course, Access Bank, followed with 2 billion naira, and then UBA with 1 billion naira. I said this before in our previous analysis that due to the capitalization demand on the commercial banks, of course, the banking industry generally, but particularly the commercial banks that were asked to raise their capital base from 50 billion to 500 billion naira. Now that is a lot of money actually. So what the banks are doing is they are crashing the price of their stocks so that more people can have the opportunity to buy more shares. All right, and many of them like Fidelity Bank, they are already rolling out primary offer. All right, so to invite the general public to buy shares and now pump money into the system so that they can raise that entire money and meet up with the CBN demand of 500 billion naira capitalization base. Okay, so the capital base, of course. Now it's part of the reason why you are seeing that the banks usually top the list of top traders. It is not the only factor, please don't get me wrong. It is not the only factor, but I can tell you this moment it is one of the major factors. But in any case, the banking industry is actually one of the stable aspect of the stock market where you can invest your money and probably don't experience so much loss, all right, within that period of time. But of course, the profit that comes from investing in the banking industry as far as stocks and shares is concerned may not be so much. That's a disclaimer, but you definitely make some profit right there. Okay, so let's come to traders, gainers. Floor Mills topped the list of gainers with 10% on Monday 10th June 2024, followed by Total with 9.98%. Access Holdings, amazing, 9.86%. Access was among the top traders. Now it's also appearing among the gainers. And then we have losers. eTransact losing 9.90%. Dark Communications losing 9.52%, and then Champion losing 6.67%. However, if you have been following my daily stock market analysis, I made mention of the fact that when a company makes loss on a particular day, that is not to say that the company's share is doing badly. No. Loss just in 1 day or 2 days or 3 days is not to say that that company's share value is nothing to write home about. No. You also need to consider the performance of that company in the past 12 years, which is under this last column right here. Okay, this last column right here, this is the performance. So as you can see, even though that Communications lost 9.52% in 1 day, which is on Monday 10th June 2024, they have done well in the past 12 months. So they have gained 185%, in the last 12 months, and that is absolutely amazing. Now compare it with some of these top gainers you are seeing here. Floor Mills has only done 26.28% in the last 12 months. It simply means that considering their performance in the last 12 months, that Communication is doing better than Floor Mills. So if you just come here and say, oh, Floor Mills gained 10% today, and then you rush to buy that company's shares, I am sorry to say you may not get your anticipated profit. This is what this analysis is about. Okay, so when you look at it, you are reading their performance on that particular day, and then you are reading their performance in the past 12 months, because like I will always say in this channel, the secret of the future is in the past. The secret of the future is in the past. If you want to marry a well-behaved woman, I know this is not part of the discussion, but I just needed to say this. If you want to marry a well-behaved woman, look at the track record of the family that woman is coming from. Right? You can judge from that. I'm not saying that it is the absolute factor to judge with. Okay? Because if you look at a home where the father and the mother, they are always fighting, then there's a tendency that the children that will come out from that particular home, they may kind of get into marriages where that kind of clash may likely continue. I'm not trying to say that it is the standard. There are people who come from backgrounds that are not very good, but they are well behaved, maybe for some reasons, maybe their association and all of that, but that's not what we're talking about. What I'm only saying is the secret of the future is in the past. Meaning, if you want to kind of determine how the future of a particular occurrence is going to be, look at what has happened in the past, and then it can give you a clue. Things can change, know that. I must put that disclaimer, but in the stock market, that's a very powerful secret right there. Okay, so that's all that there is for Monday 10th June 2024. So let's go to Tuesday so we do not waste time on this analysis. Am I making sense on this analysis? If you really feel like I'm making sense, I want you to hit the like button. give this video a like, a thumbs up, and of course, if you are yet to subscribe, hit the subscribe button right now. Otherwise, you may not be able to get updates when I post another video like this. So this is Tuesday, 11th June 2024. So let's see the performance of the market. All right, so this is the market. This time around, Nigerian breweries topped the list of top traders with 3 billion naira. However, Fidelity Bank is contesting that particular position. Now, you may say that, oh wow, Zenith also came with 3 billion naira. But truth be told, there are probably some fractions to this 3 billion naira. Is the reason why Nigerian breweries is stopping. Maybe Nigerian breweries got like, maybe let's say 3 billion and some thousands of naira that is higher than whatever fraction is added to that of Fidelity Bank. And then Zenith. I hope you get it now. Exactly. So for instance, you are saying, let's say a set of students scored A. They all got A actually, but when you now go into their score, their actual score, then you'll be able to differentiate between the one that has, in school we have what we call sharp second class upper. I don't know what is sharp there, but I believe that what our guys are saying is that my upper is, when we consider the actual grade point average, I'm doing better, but that's not the case. I know you can relate. I know you can relate. So let's go now. Nigerian breweries, Fidelity Bank, and of course Zenith Bank. Remember the strategy I told you again, or rather the secret I shared with respect to the banking industry. So they are really getting it very clear. So let's go to gainers right here. Total. So total gain 9.98%, UPDC 9.92%, Charms gain 9.47%. Let me stop here to quickly say something. Charms actually is one of the hot stock in the Nigerian stock exchange market at the moment. Particularly for me, I've gained over 40% from my Charms holding PSC stocks. So for me, this is a buy recommendation. Go ahead and buy Charms PSC today, and I assure you that definitely you are going to have a slice of the capital gains cake. All right, as you can see, Charms has done 302.17% in the last 12 months. Does that sound like a profitable company share? Of course, and absolutely. If you look at the others right here, even the ones that are forming top traders, none of them is even close to 100%, not to talk of 302%. All right, and of course I have roughly about 200,000 units of Charms PLC shares, and of course it is a recommendation for me. So now let's go to losers. NASCON, unfortunately I have NASCON and I made a loss right here, 9.91%. That is what it is. But look at the performance in the past 12 months, 137.42%. So this is what the stock market analysis is about, rather, especially on this particular series that we have been into. Okay, so May and Baker lost 7.13%, and then we have Conhall PSC 4.17%, and in the last 12 months they lost 6.12%. You have to beware of companies like this, but that is not to say that you cannot speculate with companies like this, especially when they are rising. But you have to be very careful, and then you need expert guidance when doing that. But to be on the safer side, look at the 12 months performance and then the performance of that company's stocks on that particular day. Then another secret I share is, please ensure to look at the track record for the next 2 days, 3 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, and then you can decide to buy and then claim your own part of the profit. So let's go to Wednesday, which is 12th June, but unfortunately no operation happened in the market on Wednesday, 12th June, because 12th June was Democracy Day in Nigeria. If you are a Nigerian, you should know that. So the market resumed again on Thursday 13th after we have had our Democracy Day on the 12th. So let's see the performance of the market on Thursday 13th June 2024. Okay, so this is the market. Top traders, number one, Zenith Bank with 3 billion naira. Amazing. And they gained 2.86%. Nice. But in the past 12 months, this has not been a very nice performance. 16.88. I still have some shares with Zenith Bank, but just a few, because I'm a strategic investor. When they are ready to do well, then I'll get back on track. Because of course, I think the last time I bought my Zenith Bank shares has done over 40%, before I sold, got my gains, and I left it off. And then my GT Bank did about 92%. I sold them off, and then, but now in the past 12 months, this has been 36.53%. I still have my shares, some actually with GT Bank, but I'm not buying banking stocks at the moment. I'm all out for the capital gain. All right, but there are other advantages to buying, and that's not what I'm talking about in this video. So let's just go ahead so that we don't waste so much time. Are you getting value in this video, in this stock market analysis? Click the like button right now, and of course drop a comment below. Let me know. Click the like button, drop a comment below. Just type value. Let me know that there is somebody who is really appreciating what I'm doing, even on this channel and in our daily stock market analysis. All right, so gainers, we have Nigerian breweries. I think if we can we back down a bit. Nigerian breweries appeared somewhere. Let's see if it was among gainers. Let's go back to that should be 11th. Yes, 11th. Let's go back to 11th, which is Tuesday. Nigerian breweries was among top traders. So there are many factors that are actually responsible for some of these things. Now, the thing is that when people see the behavior of certain investors, they follow suit. That's one thing. When they see the behavior of certain investors, they follow suit. How do I mean? Many people make their decision with respect to top, traders. And the thing is that in the stock market, when people are pushing towards a particular stock, it affects the performance of that stock, and automatically you notice that the company's share begin to rise in value. It is one of the, I'm not talking about all of that in this channel. What we are just doing is basic analysis, and of course in my master class, those are some of the things that I deal with my students. All right, but these are some of the things I really want you to know. Nigerian breweries was appearing as top traders, but then the next thing we saw them as top gainers, even though they also gained here. Okay, and of course Nigerian brewery also rolled out primary offer, I think in the last couple of weeks, and there are many factors right now that are impacting the value of this company's shares. So let's go back to 13th again. So Nigerian breweries top the list, top traders, top gainers rather. We are done with traders, and then we're done with traders. Traders, Zenith Bank 3 billion, GT Bank 2 billion, and then Access Holdings 1 billion. So Nigerian breweries gained 10%, but as you can see, in the last 12 months, they've not been doing well. I used to have Nigerian brewery shares. I sold everything because at the time they were not really doing well. And of course, right now, I cannot recommend this. So Unity Bank, 9.91%, amazing. NEM, 9.77%, amazing. And their performance in the last 12 months has been nice as well. And then we have Custodian losing 10.95% to top the losers list, but they've been doing well in the last 12 months. EcoBank losing 9.92%, but they've been doing well. Dark Communications lost 8.77%, but they've been doing well in the past 12 months. So let's hurry up to the next, which is Friday 14th June 2024. So this is the last, and then we'll look at the summary. Zenith Bank tops the list here with 1 billion naira on the top traders list. Guarantee Trust Bank GTB with 639 million naira, and then Seplat with 449 million naira. But among these, can you tell me which one is doing better or best among these three? Of course it is Seplat, because look at this, 161.36% in the last 12 months. That is absolutely amazing. However, the price of this company's share is not cheap. 3,450 naira per unit. That is something to really consider when buy. But in any case, if you have the money, it is actually a nice investment. So Guinness tops the list of the gainers with 9.95%. But however, in the last 12 months, they've not been doing well. 14.78 loss in the last 12 months. This is something. And eTransact gained 9.89%, but in the last 12 months, they've had like 3.31%. There are some technicalities here, but I don't want to rush into that. And then we have Unity Bank gaining 9.84%, and then 55.81 in the last 12 months. Then losers, Academic Press lost 9.85%, and they've also not been doing well in the last 12 months. Whereas lost 9.40%, but they've been doing well. I think I recommended Whereas the last time in one of my analysis, because look at this, 12 months, 225.15%. Even if you gain this in the last 12 months and you lost, say, just 10%, you still have a lot. In fact, it simply means that if you invested 100,000 naira in Whereas, by now you would have gained 225,000 naira profit besides your 100,000 naira investment capital. And then Prestige was third year with 5.56% loss, and then 1.92% loss in the last 12 months. So what is the take home from here? Number one, when you are going to buy the share of any company, please look at the performance of that company's share in the last 12 months. So look at this last column. Okay, it is very important. Even though the company made a profit in the last 24 hours, what is the track record in the last 12 months? If they've been making a loss, you have to be very careful with that. But then there are times whereby a company's share price or value goes down, like Champs, and then it has done over 300%. You can study it for the next 2-3 days, or the next 4 days, 5 days, or 1 week, as the case may be. And if it's moving like what I tell my students is a secret, don't tell them I told you, because you are not part of our community yet. Of course, if you are part of our community, you should get this information. All right. So this is what I tell our students. In the stock market, actually, this is how it's part of the things that actually inform my judgment. If I watch a particular company stock and the value of that company's share goes down once and goes up twice, you see that it goes down once and goes up twice. Is that a win? Yes, it is a win. How do I mean? Let's assume that the company loses, say, 5% today, and then by tomorrow the company gains 10%. It simply means that the loss of 5% I incurred yesterday, 5% of the profit of the 10% I now have has covered for that 5%. So it simply means now I have 5% profit. You see that? Then the next day the company gets 10% again. I've gained 15% already. And then maybe the next day the company loses, say, 8%. So deduct the 8% from the 15%. I still have about 7% gain. So when you are making a loss, it is not a bad deal at all. However, compare your profit and your loss. Are your losses more than your profits, or are your profits more than your losses? If your profits are more than your losses, I can tell you that's a wise investment right there. But if your losses are more than your profits, then you really need to think twice on the company that you have invested with. So in our masterclass, the share investment masterclass, I actually give my students some of these tips on investing in the Nigerian Stock Exchange. And of course, if you want to be part of my community on WhatsApp, there is a link in the description of this video. Click that link and then it's going to route you to my WhatsApp platform, and then you can join our masterclass. All right, so I think we have done justice to this. Let's quickly look at the summary. The summary of the market operation is actually a summary of the top traders, permit me to use that expression, and then the top gainers, and then the toppest losers. Nobody wants to be in that category. All right, so it simply means that amongst all the top traders, Fidelity Bank came number one as of that week between 10th June to 14th June. Okay, they came with a total of 9 billion naira. So all of the trading they did, that made them top traders actually summed up to 9 billion naira on that particular week. Then Zenith Bank summed up to 7 billion naira. GTB summed up to 4 billion naira. Nigerian Brewery summed up to 4 billion naira. And then Access Holdings summed up to 4 billion naira. And then on the gainers list, Unity Bank gained a whopping 19.64% in 1 week. This is amazing. Approximately 20%. Do you know what this means? If you invested 1 million naira that week from Monday till Friday in Unity Bank's shares, you would have gained almost 200,000 naira profit. No capping. The statistics are here to show it. And then Guinness came number 2 with 19.19. Curtis PLC came with 17.65. UPDC came with 17.28. Real, and then UPDC came here with 15.70. And of course, you must also take note of the performance in the last 12 months. Then the losers, EcoBank lost a total of 12.14%. Custodian 10.95%, NASCON 9.91%, Academic Press 9.85%, and then C Warehouse 9.40%. All right, we have come to the end of this stock market analysis. All right, so if you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you are wrong. Why? You won't get any update when another video is published, when I publish another video. So how are you going to get updated? Click on the subscribe button right now, turn on the notification bell, so by tomorrow, of course, when I upload the next video, of course, for the following week, you are going to be the first person to get notified by YouTube. The moment you see the notification on top of your screen, you click on it, watch it, increase your knowledge, and then increase your investment. I wish you the best as far as your investment journey is concerned in the Nigerian stock exchange market. All right, thank you for staying to the end of this video. See you in my next video. Ciao.